Hello and welcome back to the capital of London, King's Cross. So you know what time it is. I'm only here for a rail tour and we've got another one coming up for you, but this time it is a bumper 3-day special. We now have the Edinburgh Military Tattoo Rail Tour and it's going to be one heck of a journey. Starting from here, of course, we're going to stop at York for a couple of hours. Obviously going to have a little look at the museum and then onwards to Edinburgh, and then tomorrow I will then plan it on and we will go on from there. So enjoy it. It's going to be a long one, but very fun nonetheless. So let's get cracking and welcome back to Down the Line.
It is always great to pay a visit to London King's Cross, and the usual East Coast Main Line setup was on show before our tour arrived into Platform 2.
So with half an hour to go to departure, the train is coming in, and at this end we have So let's walk up the top end and let's see what's at the other end. I have a sneaky suspicion it might be 266s, but we'll find out. And I'm not going to record the whole way. I'll see you back at the other end. So it looks like I stand corrected. We don't have 266s. What we actually have is this. .007. I do like a 67, and to be fair, I've never actually seen this one before. I've seen the Queen's Platinum Jubilee livery, and so that is what is going to be taking us up to Edinburgh. Fantastic, and to be fair, there's a first time for everything, so it's great to see this. I've seen pictures, mind, but it's going to be one heck of a journey. Let's go and take our seat.
After stepping on board, it gave me the perfect opportunity to show you the interior of these coaches, and it is without doubt that the modern day carriages do not even come close to how great this is. The golden era, I would say.
I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.
Okay, so seats are taken, so we've got a two-seater table here. As always with the first class on UK rail tours, it is beautifully set out, menu at hand, so we're going to have quite a lot to eat along the journey. We're not going to get to Edinburgh till around about 6:45 this evening, so in comfort nonetheless. So yeah, so breakfast will be served soon, but on the way we'll get as much of the journey as we can. We've got some stops at I believe Stevenage, Peterborough, the usual suspects on the East Coast Main Line, and then we will head up from there. So I'll get as much of that as I can, as well as some points of interest. But yeah, for now it's time to sit back, relax and enjoy the journey. Let's go.
Right on time, our tour commenced from King's Cross to the long journey to Scotland, and just like I always do, I opened up the itinerary booklet to view the route map along with the in-depth timings as well as the plans for each day. These also make a great collector's item, so I ensure that I really do take one home and add it to my collection, and I'm sure many others do as well. We then made our way up the East Coast Main Line to pick up our first set of passengers, and that was from Potters Bar Station. There were also further stops along this route as we picked up from both Stevenage and Peterborough. Now, it may seem like the carriages are empty, however, with those pickups, the carriages soon fill to the brim with plenty of excited people for their weekend away. After leaving Peterborough Station and with a full load of passengers, it was then time to tuck into the breakfast service, which as usual was beautifully cooked along with a selection of cereals, fruits and bread baskets, as everyone got comfortable for the journey further north up the East Coast main line. Just over 3 hours into our journey, our next stopping point was the ever magnificent York railway station, and every time I come here I always feel blown away by the architecture. Not only that, this is where everyone departed the train as we had a 2.5 hour break to stretch our legs and explore the wonderful sights that York provides, although I did have somewhere in mind where I wanted to go.
Right, so after 4 hours already in, we are now at the magnificent York railway station. So we're here for around about just over 2 hours. And like I said at the start, there's only one thing to do when you're here, and that is the Railway Museum. So if you follow me, we're gonna have a quick look inside before my partner gets very, very bored, and then we'll see if we can have a little look into more of the touristy section. But this is a railway tour, so we're going to the museum. So come along.
The Railway Museum here at York is only a short walk away from the railway station, and with free entry it is a must visit. When you enter, you came into the Great Hall when you are met with an array of different locomotives such as a Class 20, Evening Star and Stephenson's Rocket, plus many more. However, this time on the centre turntable, a true legend of the East Coast was on show in the form of a Deltic. But in a separate room, there was the legendary Flying Scotsman steam locomotive sat idly by after its many runs on its 100th year anniversary. There was also the steam record holder of Mallard, and for any enthusiast or family, this is a great day out and a highly recommended one. It was now time to head back onto the train as we headed further north up the East Coast main line, and it did come with some fantastic views. And of course that it was after the dinner service had started, and with lamb and haggis, which I tried for the first time, it was absolutely brilliant, and that's not to forget the soup to start off with that you see here. The views along this route included the encapsulating view of Durham and its cathedral as we headed over the viaduct. Not only that, as you head a bit further, you then come across a relic that you normally come across really close on the road, which is the Angel of the North, which signifies that you are near on the approach to Newcastle. We then crossed over the magnificent bridge on the approach into the station before we headed up the coast to Berwick upon Tweed. At this point, it became the furthest north that I have been on the railway network. And this gave even more fantastic views, with views of the North Sea, and with the sunshine it made it even better, and the water was extra blue. Before long we crossed over the border into Scotland and came to our final stop of the day, Edinburgh Waverley Station. What a journey so far, of course. This is definitely a station I have always wanted to visit, and having never been up this far north, it was also great to see different types of unit liveried in ScotRail. So of course it was time for me to have a little mooch around, but with bags on show and a very, very tired partner, it was time to head on, get our bags and head across to our hotel.
Okay, so after a very, very long but enjoyable day, we are now here at Edinburgh Waverley Station. So as you can see behind me, all the luggage has come off and I helped. You're welcome, Liz. But that was quite a good in the break van towards the end, looking out the back. All part of the old experience, isn't it? But nonetheless, that is the end of day one. But don't go anywhere. This is one continuous episode, like I said, right at the start of the day. And I will see you tomorrow for the Edinburgh Military Tattoo Festival. So don't go anywhere, apart from a change of clothes, of course. See you tomorrow. Right then, day 2, and the whole reason we are here is time for the Edinburgh military tattoo. And we're very, very excited. So we're going to walk across to Edinburgh Castle where it is based, and I'll get a bit of footage of some sights along the way. So let's go and enjoy the festival. I'm going to get as much footage as I can, but also I want to be able to enjoy it as well. So I'll try and give you as much as I can. And I think there might be a firework display at the end of it. I have also been told that the route home for tomorrow is different to the way we came. So we've got that to look forward to for tomorrow as well. But nonetheless, it's tattoo time. So follow me and let's go enjoy.
The walk across Edinburgh to the Tattoo Festival meant that you could really take in the beauty that Edinburgh has to offer, with plenty of stunning buildings all over the place, giving it a timeless historical feel. It was also matched in with some modernised buildings, but it really did give it an incredible look and a place that you really have to come back to. As to be expected, with plenty of people queuing, you could really sense the excitement around. And upon entry into the stadium at the castle, we then took our seats. So as this is the moment everyone has been waiting for, sit back, relax, and enjoy the Edinburgh Military Tattoo Show.
Words become legend.
show that was. That was absolutely fantastic. To be fair, it was great to see different nations there. Even in the crowd, there were so many people, and it was just so great to see. It was very well organised, and those bagpipes, wow. They know how to make a sound when they're all together. However, it's now day 3, and it's time to go all the way back to, well, the capital of England, back to King's Cross. This time, however, I said the route would be different, didn't I? And it is. So we're going to be going down towards Carlisle, along the Setton-Carlisle line. So we're going to get a look at Ribblehead as we stop at Skipton for about an hour and a half, and then make our way down towards Derby, Loughborough, on towards Peterborough, and then back down the East Coast Main Line from there. So it's going to be another heck of a journey. So we're going to film as much as we can, of course, with the highlights, Ribblehead Viaduct. You can't see it, but we'll be on it nonetheless. So yeah, so get on with this one and enjoy the journey. And I will see you back at King's Cross, where we will sadly end the video. But stick around just for now and enjoy the journey back.
With the Class 67, staff and passengers all at the ready, we then said goodbye to Edinburgh Waverley and headed on towards Carlisle. This route gave different views, which is where you could really take in the Scottish countryside with the added bonus of mountainous views. Now, if you are really going to go to somewhere in Scotland with mountainous views, then the Highlands is where it is all at. And after speaking to a few of the locals, it came highly recommended. So food for thought for the future. After leaving Carlisle, we then ventured onto the superb Settle and Carlisle line, and before long, we came to the definite highlight of this route, which was the Ribblehead Viaduct. Now, being on it is good, however, getting the picture of a train going over the viaduct from down below is the shot everyone wants to get, and something I will have to go back to in the future. It also was an added bonus to have the Lake District views in the background. Our next breaking point was at Skipton, where we remained here for around an hour and a half, which gave people the chance to stretch their legs and go to the shops and buy some supplies perhaps. Before making our way onwards again, southwards past Leeds and then through onto the Midlands. After now making our way for some time now, it was now time for the dinner service to begin being served. So it was now time to sit back and eat, so you guys can enjoy the rest of the journey back to London King's Cross.
Right then, so after many hours on the train, we are finally just about to head into King's Cross station. A fantastic journey nonetheless, and I just want to say a massive thank you to UK Rail Tours once again, the fantastic company we had next door to us on the seats. It's just been absolutely fantastic, so thank you to Liz and everyone involved at UK Rail Tours. And if you want to get involved with UK Rail Tours, then go on their website, look at their tour plans and get on one. I've said this before, just please get on one of these tours. They're absolutely fantastic. I keep coming, so they're doing something right. But no, thank you very much for watching, and like I said, there'll be another video for the other one, so thank you very much, and I will see you in the next episode of Down the Line. See you then.